it's a positive film. It has heroes and villains, and that it essentially is a fun movie to watch. It's been a long time since people have been able to go to the movies and see a sort of straightforward, wholesome, fun adventure.
Well, it's a fantasy. It's not science fiction so much as it is space fantasy. And it's about people. It's finally about people and not finally about science.
The story, when you actually put it into words, is only so much nonsense to hang a great visual experience onto. It's the stuff that fairy tales are made of.
Sort of boiling down religion into a very basic concept. The fact that there is some deity or some power or some force that sort of controls our destiny works for good and also works for evil.
Marvellous, healthy innocence. Great pace, wonderful to look at, full of guts, nothing unpleasant. I mean, people go bang bang and people fall over and are dead, but, no horrors. A sort of wonderful freshness about it, kind of like a wonderful fresh air.
It's got whatever you want it to be. It's pure entertainment. It's like a roller coaster ride, and it can be interpreted as long as you enjoy it, which is the intention.
Hello, welcome back to Generation Skywalker during this festive period, and we've got a bit of a special show tonight, which I'll get onto in a minute. But with me, which is always a pleasure to have these little chaps looking back at me on Skype. We have got Craig. Good evening, Craig.
Good evening. Happy Life Day, Stuart.
Happy Life Day, Craig. Yes, nice, and that's a bit of a tease for what we've got coming up, Craig. So yeah, nicely done. And we could probably introduce our next guest with maybe a character's name which is related to that, because it is our very own Lumpy. Good evening, Jez.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Good evening, everyone. You're all like family to me.
And sticking with the names, I mean, another member of that family could introduce the final person that's with us, Itchy. Good evening, Dan.
Good evening, everyone.
How are the lice?
Itchy.
Good. So tonight we are going to do our very first ever commentary. Now, Jez, actually, I'm going to come over to you because this was your suggestion about 2 months ago. You were like, oh, wouldn't it be great to do commentaries?
Yeah.
Was this what you had in mind, the holiday special?
Yeah, I didn't think this would be our first. However, why not? It's just another opportunity for us, particularly now whilst we're in lockdown and other things as well, for us to almost do, Zoom viewings and collective enjoyments of our passion for a galaxy far, far away. Why not? It's going to be great fun. Apart from this one, it's going to be strange.
So we're going to be doing a commentary. Now, I would urge you to go over to YouTube and go to Generation Skywalker on YouTube and follow our enhanced version, because if everything's gone to plan, Craig has managed to get the show as we speak. Haven't you, Craig?
Absolutely, 100%.
Exactly. So we will be good to go. So we're just going to have a general chat. I don't think any of us know too much about the holiday special. Yeah. Are we all ready, boys?
Totally, mate. It's 8 p.m. Friday, November the 17th, and we're there. We're waiting at the telly. Our 22-inch telly, black and white. Bring it on, Stu.
Okay.
Hey, CBS, what's coming on?
Friday, blast off to a galaxy far, far away. It's the Star Wars Holiday Special, starring all your Star Wars favorites. Will Chewbacca get home to his planet in time for the big Wookiee holiday celebration? Watch and find out. Then on Flying High, the girls put it on and take it off.
You know what?
What?
I don't think either one of us is going to get much sleep tonight.
Join us for a Far Out Friday, beginning at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
You're on.
Right. So, boys, how are we going to do this? Countdown from 3 to 1? Has everyone got it on ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and play.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
So So we've just seen the Incredible Hulk, very much like me.
It's a good job we're not doing an Incredible Hulk commentary.
So do you know what? The cockpit there. So we're seeing Han Solo's cockpit flying away there. In the films, there was enough seats there for 5 people, wasn't there? And I read earlier actually that in this scene, that's just a brick wall behind them painted.
I know your family's waiting.
I'm full of facts. It's the only thing I've read pre this, so don't expect much else.
All right, we'll give it.
It's shaking around like the cockpit is shaking around like some Doctor Who set, though, isn't it? It's definite TV.
To be fair though, Harrison Ford is giving it his all. I think he's going to be the best thing about this.
He's trying to lend it some gravitas, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the spirit. You'll be celebrating life.
And Chewbacca looks like Chewbacca.
To be fair, in 1978, when you sat down to watch this and you saw this opening scene, you probably thought brilliant.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. They haven't even matched the right typeface
Oof.
or the logo.
The Star Wars Holiday Special. Starring Mark Hamill as
Look
Luke
at him.
Skywalker. Harrison Ford as Han Solo.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
That's a real you have been watching kind of face.
Stoned.
isn't it?
Look, stoned.
Smashed up his face.
Daniels as C-3PO.
Stoned. C-3PO.
Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca.
Oh, and this is the bit which cuts me deep.
R2-D2 as R2-D2.
R2-D2 as
Where
R2-D2.
Kenny Baker?
No, R2-D2 is R2-D2. So Vader's not actually in this, is he? It was all stuff that was used from. Look at the one on the right.
I have
Yeah.
a suspicion that James Earl Jones did a couple of bits for this.
He did. You're right. Yeah. I think they just used a couple of screenshots, didn't they? Same with Alec Guinness.
Your next cosplay, Stu?
With special guest stars Beatrice Arthur, Art Carney,
See, I don't know. I've never heard of him apart from in this.
I don't know
No.
who he is.
Diane Carroll,
Saucy.
the Jefferson Starship,
Awesome.
Harvey Korman.
He plays lots of roles, does
Star
he?
Wars story on the Star Wars Holiday Special. The Star Wars Holiday Special, sponsored by General Motors.
Jesus.
People building transportation to serve people. That's a strap line.
It's a strap-on line, did you just say?
Strap line. Yeah, it's an advertising term.
That looks like a Macquarie painting. Is that a Ralph
That
Macquarie
looks
painting
great.
they've used there?
Do you know what? At this point, you'd still be thinking, brilliant, apart from Luke's makeup. I love
This is the sequel to Star Wars. It's going to be amazing.
I like those mid-century modern shelving units in the background.
So is it his dad, Itchy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just get the family thing right. So that's Lumpy. He's
Yeah.
cute.
There's 3 generations in this household.
Marla is Chewie's wife, yeah?
Yep.
And you got Itchy is the dad.
Yeah.
He's building a little wooden X-Wing.
Yeah. He's whittling it out of local birch.
Is that
So
the
what
trees
I
are?
read online was George Lucas insisted on the wikis being in this, and all the TV execs were like, "You can't do it. No one's going to want to watch, non-subtitled aliens barking at each other." But he insisted on this, from what I've read.
But he didn't actually write this, did he? Or he
No.
and direct it. He was working on Empire, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So who's got to take the blame for this?
Well, now, before we go into that though, at the moment, this is 40 seconds of just groans.
It keeps going. There's a lot more to go.
Yeah.
I mean, she's proper tenderising that meat in the background, wasn't she? She was clubbing it.
Now, my first observation on this is when Chewbacca is servicing, doing maintenance on the Falcon, got grease everywhere, got hydraulic fluid everywhere, there's stuff. He hasn't got a pinafore on, or a set of denims, or coveralls, whereas she's just doing some, kitchen work, and she's got a full set of denims on.
Have to cover her Wookiee boobs.
What about Chewbacca's penis?
She's got a bum out though, hasn't she?
She has. It's like Christina Aguilera
Hang on.
chaps.
What? It's coming off. The masks are very good. A lot of articulation on the mask, but the fur looks really kind of nylon-y, doesn't it? It's shiny.
That's a realistic shot.
See where they spent the budget.
Didn't nail the costumes, did they? I wonder what happened to the costumes. I bet you they're out there somewhere. Oh.
See, he's already seen this. That's why he nearly just threw himself off the end.
Very good.
See, the other thing that really stands out to me is that Chewbacca's actually an awful dad. He's never there for his family.
Yeah, lads' holidays. He's just lads, and up with Han.
It is.
I've no idea what's going on. What are they even saying to each other? Are they missing Chewbacca? Is that what's meant to be happening here?
Yeah, for the benefit of those people who aren't able to watch this at the moment, so far you've not missed much. 2 hours, Freudian. 2 minutes 45 of just Wookiees wandering around, just grunting at each other and sighing.
Now they're looking at a picture of Chewbacca and everyone's sad look.
And that's definitely a very professional photograph of Chewbacca. It's almost like it's a Fox image there in a frame, sort of breaking the fourth wall. But there we go, all good.
They could have given us a few subtitles here, couldn't they?
Don't you think Itchy looks like the Wookiee in Solo when they go down in the mines and Chewie's breaking the other Wookiees out? He looks a bit like one of those Wookiees.
Yeah.
They're malnourished and lost all their hair.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard Jez say that.
That's some kind of underbite he's got, isn't it?
It really is.
If you saw that out of context, you wouldn't think it was a Wookiee, would you? It's just like, what the hell is that?
More of a
Yeti.
Wampa. Yeah. Lumpy is really irritating.
We just saw Lumpy outside, like doing a tightrope walk across the banister. And it was building up a bit of tension, like something was going to happen, and he's just reappeared.
Nala? I think it is Nala. Nala looks pretty good. What I wouldn't. What I meant was, she looks like Chewbacca.
But like a lady version.
Oh, this is where it goes mental again.
Well, yeah, this is proper 70s TV. I mean, this is Magic Roundabout stuff. This is... People were doing acid, lads. Come on, let's not forget it. There were drugs involved here.
This is what I said to you actually last night, Jez, didn't I, on the phone? I mean, it's getting confused, isn't it, of what it is, whether it's a variety show or whether it's an episode of Star Wars. Because I don't know what this is just. What is that? Oh my God, look at that. You're right, actually. He reminds me a bit of Timothy Claypole.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But this was directed there's been loads of writers on this, interestingly enough, who have all had Emmy Award nominations. But Steve Binder, the director, all he's done pretty much are TV specials from 62 to 2004. So the thing is, this guy still had a career after this. And yeah, this is what he specialised in. Christmas tap.
I think, going back to that time, the variety show was a staple of TV. And it's not that far removed from musical, is it? It's sort of like these kind of variety shows were what everybody went to see and enjoyed, and it was a little bit of everything, and we all watched them at the time, and they were a big thing at Christmas, Morecambe Wise and Life in the Palladium and all that kind of stuff. it was just kind of what we watched. No one had ever challenged it really for years and years and years. And I guess this was just a different way of framing a very, very old naff format.
Now what we're watching is the Tumbling Monkeys from Disney. For those people who have been to, I think it's Animal Kingdom, Lion King, these are the Tumbling Monkeys. It's all connected. Disney, Star Wars, everything.
So I guess this technology is related to the Holo chess table. Their home entertainment unit. They plugged it in, they've turned it on, and there's some little tumblers and circus performers. And then they press the button, and one of them sort of full size. And they've pressed the old tape recorders again, and they've turned the big one off. And now he's back on the little table. Ta-da!
Oh, look at little Lumpy.
Lumpy's happy.
I'm sure we're all fans of Buck Rogers, but the person inside Lumpy was a lady called Patty Maloney, and she played Tweaky in Buck Rogers. Which
really?
Yeah.
I thought Tweaky was that little fella. What's he called? He was the Oompa Loompas in the Tim Burton.
Well, perhaps they both took a turn, but
Maybe.
Yeah.
according to IMDb, she was a Tweaky for a couple of years.
Okay.
She was
79 to
42
80.
years old. Yeah, I read that. Me and you, mate, good lad. Me and you've been doing our research. 3'11", 42 years old when she made this. Good girl.
It's funny, isn't it? So they've got a lady in Lumpy, and then Marla's played by a chap.
Yeah.
It's like Jez trying to boot up his internet.
Fair one. Absolutely fair.
I'll tell you what I noticed about this as well. I'm sure we're all massive fans of the old 1960s Batman, you know, the pals on the screen. The amount of the small characters in this that played villains in the old Batman. I will let Dan tell you who was who as the show goes on.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So what's this now? Is that R2 and Luke?
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
Arthur and Luke.
That's a video call. They're Skyping him.
They were really visionary, weren't they? Look at this. They're on a Zoom.
Is it on? You're on mute.
What have they done to Luke? He looks like a pantomime dame or something. Yeah.
He was in his motorbike crash. I think it was it between Star Wars and Empire? He's in a big smash, wasn't he? I think that's how his face reconstructed.
I looked into this. Apparently, the accident with Mark Hamill was before Star Wars was launched. It was in January or February '77. So it shouldn't have really played a difference. I mean, he was just wearing makeup. I mean, yes, he had an issue with his cheek and his ear for some surgery, but it doesn't justify the mascara.
Do you think that's what they've done, Ashley, Jez? So they've tried to cover it up because we're going to bring that in with the Wampa. And then they've put a bit too much on one side, so they've tried to even it up the other side. And then they've put a bit too much on that side, so they've evened it up the other side.
I don't know, but it's almost like we're looking at Luke Skywalker's twin sister, brother. It doesn't look like the Mark Hamill we all know. But as I said, when you're watching this on a 15-inch to 22-inch TV, possibly in black and white, you could be forgiven for getting away with it. You know, on TV shows, people were wearing makeup. It's just there's a rather lot of it. He looks like an Avon lady.
I think Donald Trump's been modelling himself on this.
I'll say it makes him look quite pretty.
It's got like eyeshadow on.
Well, there you go. He's not going to miss this one either. It's just taking him a little bit longer.
He's just invested in some really good shampoo.
Don't look so worried.
So basically, what we're watching here is Marla and Itchy are panicking about Chewie getting back for Life Day.
Come on.
What is Life? What is Life Day?
There, that's better.
It's a
Try to
question.
enjoy your life day. I gotta get back
Is
to
it,
this.
well, is
I
it
think we might
is
have
the
to
Star Wars
solve-
universe parallel of Thanksgiving? Because this went out in November, didn't it? It's not a Christmas special.
No, yeah, holiday special makes sense. Thanksgiving, yep.
I think it's a religion free. It's a race species free life day. Everyone has a life. universally accepted throughout the galaxy.
I read somewhere that before they sold Star Wars to Disney, that George Lucas would get YouTube to keep taking these down every time it appeared. It's only since Disney bought it that they've kind of become carefree and just let it appear on YouTube.
This is a really good copy. I mean, I've only ever seen this once. It was on an old VHS. Has the person who's posted this cleaned it up?
I don't know. It's pretty clear, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
In my opinion, this is one of the worst scenes in the movie.
Oh, an Imperial Guard. I suppose you want to see my identification.
Where are we? What's going on? Is this a shop?
Come to look around.
Yeah.
It is a shop. It just said it's a shop.
Yeah, it's a bit like open all hours. It's some sort of hardware store.
He does look a little bit like a middle-aged Ronnie Barker.
It's just... Yes, I'm an Imperial Guard off duty, and I've come to peruse your products. It looks like something out of
trying to sell him
Spaceballs.
4 candles.
It's a
at the
proper
guy.
70s.
Why is it on the screen? Are they Skyping him as well?
Yeah, they're viewing it. Like
There's been a leap in logic
CCTV.
here.
I mean, that's clever. I mean,
Is this still supposed to be on Kashyyyk? This shop?
I think it is, because later on this guy is comes to visit the Wookiee homestead.
Okay. Nothing made of wood. Yeah, you would think that a shop on Kashyyyk would make use of its natural resources.
Not even the desk.
Got a wall screen custom. Good to see you again. Don't say a word, madam. I know just why you're calling. You're wondering when that
So who is this bloke? This is the
Oh, I get his name.
I forgot what his name is.
Art Carney.
Art Carney, that's the one. Now I believe I am going to check it while I'm doing it. But I believe he was one of the Batman enemies.
Understand, don't you? Terrific. By the way, I'll be by later to drop off that extra proton energy pack. You're welcome. What's the matter? Would you like this?
It's just a groomer.
Just a groomer.
A groomer.
Just a groomer, you say?
What's he selling him? It looks like the thing from Gremlins, the toothpaste.
Yes, the bathroom buddy.
That's the fella.
He played the Archer in the original Batman films. Not one of the
pierces ears, calculates, modulates, and
not one of the big ones,
and can repeat the entire Imperial Penal Code, all 17 volumes, in half the time of the old XP21. Just the thing to keep you squeaky clean. I use one of these all the time.
Really?
Well, not all the time,
But this Imperial Guard, look at the helmet. It's definitely something out of Spaceballs. I can't get it out of my head. It's wrong. But the shopkeeper is clearly a good guy,
Good, I thought you would. Now, would
but
you
with a
like to
terrible script.
pay me something for it, or give me something in trade?
I said I'll take it.
That's a load off my mind. I thought I might embarrass you when I told you to accept it as a gift. I don't like embarrassing people. I don't like being embarrassed myself. That's why I go.
So, Jez, you've watched this recently.
Yeah.
I understand that you made your wife sit through it.
About half an hour of it.
Prompted.
Star Destroyers, now we're back.
We've ordered a blockade and curfew and started a search operation. It's just a matter of time before we find the rebels.
Yeah, so we've got some old footage with some new dubbed over voiceovers. Oh. It was at this stage that it shows the image, what we think is Macquarie of the Wookiee village, and my wife just looked at me and rolled her eyes as if to say, not more of this.
She's got a penny back on.
What's she doing? I mean,
Was anyone in the UK aware of this before it? When Star Wars was a thing back in the early 80s, was it ever seen as something that people knew about, or has it just been a recent thing where we've become
only
aware
aired
of
the
it?
once, you know? And this is a crazy scene. But I guess back then, the Americans would have recorded it on their NTSC playback, whereas we had VHS, didn't we? Where it was not compatible initially.
But it wasn't shown on UK TV.
No.
But it's very economical too. So all those hungry mouths in your household will be going yummy yum on that tummy tum. If you just follow along with me as I prepare this popular favorite. Now, today.
So it's like Mrs. Doubtfire, isn't it?
Crossed with C-3PO.
There's a guy doing a great cosplay of this character at Chicago, I think.
I would suggest then that old popular holiday favorite, the Bantha Rump.
So she's going to cook Bantha surprise.
Very tender.
Do you think like they were recording this and the night before they still hadn't written the script? It was like, oh yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. And they've just kind of winged it.
No, it's completely winged. So initially, it was just going to be a 1 hour special, including adverts and the cartoon thing and the singing. And then the network were like, oh, can we make it a little bit longer? Can we make it a little bit longer? And Lucasfilm said, all right, okay. And then they said, oh, can we make it a bit longer again? Can we make it a bit longer again? And it extended from an hour to 90 minutes to 2 hours, including all the adverts. But what they didn't do is they didn't improve the script. They just watered it down, eked it out.
Just a little whisper of shelter. Oh, it's looking very nice.
But obviously, George was at the time massively invested in Empire.
A bit of the calorantrum root. Wonderful. Just adds that touch of piquancy.
This is bad, isn't it? This is terrible.
Very nice.
Bucket doesn't look very hygienic.
But obviously, back in the day, we had nothing, or they had nothing. So Star Wars had been out for, what, a year and a half? People were expecting this to be the sequel.
Yeah.
There was no internet, nothing else going on. Can you just imagine the disappointment? And if the internet had existed back then, oh, what the aftermath would have been.
Let's try it again together at an increased tempo.
But Star Wars would have still been in the cinemas when this was going on. I'd have been like, Dad, let's go. If we're going to jump in the car, we're going to go and watch Star Wars again.
Stir, whip, whip, stir. Stir, whip, stir. Come on, faster all together now. Cooking can be fun.
God.
Stir, whip, stir. Stir, whip, stir. Wow! Having fun.
Who is this?
Coming along nicely now. Step 3. We also have.
I don't know.
This is the big gag look. Got more than 2 arms.
Step 3 with the third arm. Brilliant.
I mean, we're seeing a lot of retro line figures at the moment. Wouldn't it be brilliant, like an 8-set series, retro figure holiday special figures? And Marla's like the moves.
And here we go. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. The fourth hand appears for the sneeze.
Do you reckon it's like the prototype of Dexter Jester?
Yeah. Do you know how they do this, Dan? They get
No
someone to
idea.
stand
I've no
behind
idea,
them, and they
Stu.
put their arms around them.
Amazing. Never thought of that.
But you can't see them because they're inside the cloak around the back.
Brilliant.
I mean, special effects for Star Wars, but this was just like, so really cool. Yeah, I know you probably thought she had 4 arms.
So even she's had enough of it.
It was the original concept for Rio from Solo. The Aldinian, the guy with 4 arms?
Yeah, Rio Durant.
Yeah, revolutionary.
Oh, that was a jump in tone and action, wasn't it?
See, this still looks alright. Chewy raw.
If you're a kid, though, you'd suddenly wake up again at this thing. Star Wars is back.
I mean, at this point, watching it with fresh eyes tonight, it's kind of like, oh, I hope they get back for Life Day. So you kind of are sucked in, aren't you? So we know that Marla's done a really nice dish and a massive planter.
Space in the middle of an Imperial convoy. At least against these fighters, we got more of a chance. However slim. Say that again. This is one life they won't soon.
I mean, I wonder what Harrison Ford was thinking.
I lost control of
For money.
He wasn't keen to be in Jedi after Empire Strikes Back.
Things here. Why do I always think that taking you home for life day is going to be easy?
He's still putting in the work though, isn't he? He's still
That's what I was going to say. At least he's trying. Oh God! Now we're back on the Wookiees again.
Still missing Chewie. It's just sleep.
Oh, talking.
Viewers. Due to suspected rebel activity on the Kazook planet, the Empire has declared martial law. A blockade has been set up around the planet. No ships will be permitted to land or take off.
Did he say Kazook?
Yeah. Yeah, they do mispronunciate Kashyyyk a couple of times in this. So it now almost turns into an episode of Hello Hello. And
good morning.
It's just brimming in wrong ability all over this. I mean, it's pretty hard as well. Itchy's the one with the... Not Itchy. Itchy's the one with the walking stick.
Yeah.
And they're making him do the most steps.
That walking stick's way too short for me. Well.
It's the man from the shop. He's brought a proton pack.
Which, just in case there's any ghosts.
That's what I was going to say. Who are you going to call?
Boy, am I glad to see you folks. Oh, my favorite Wookiees today. Why all the long, hairy faces?
What a line.
I made it through the Imperial Patrol tonight. If I made it, Chewie and Hanwell. Is this all a big hello I get?
Such a salesman.
I brought you something special, shortstop. You want it? You got it. Happy Life Day. I love to make a Wookiee happy. And now for the lovely lady of the
But you know what, guys? It just shows you how good the original Star Wars was. Because if you then think of watching Flash Gordon, the sets and everything of Flash Gordon are far closer to this as a movie than they are to the original Star Wars. It's just right now, Star Wars could be TV, serials, or films, whereas back then, yep.
What's he got? I want to know what he's got in his present.
Is that like a bantha?
It's a bantha, yeah.
It's awesome.
That is a nice bantha.
There's a couple of nice little touches in here. I mean, let's be positive about it for a bit, you know?
Hold on, what's he got? What's he got? What the hell's that?
Looks like a Toshiba MSX.
Very precise, Jez.
I was crushed. I want a Commodore 64.
Marla's got a sewing machine. Who is it?
I'll insert this proton pack. Now then, Itchy.
I've got a funny feeling I remember this scene.
Yeah, who could forget it?
Is this the porn VR?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's in it.
Happy Life Day.
So it's kind of shaped like one of those hair dryers, isn't it?
I think it's clearly what that was originally. What's he doing?
I don't know. That jaw's worrying, isn't it?
No, but it's the music. There she is.
It's been a long time since I've seen this. I'm kind of edge of the seat stuff now.
I can't wait.
It's so laborious, isn't it?
But here he is,
Sapphire and steel have been assigned.
sat in the middle of his living room, in his chariot, and he's just about to have a rude dream, and there's children around.
This is a bit like that opera that they watch in episode 3.
It is, and the opening credits of a James Bond film in the 70s.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not as pornographic as I remember.
Oh, get there. She's going to start talking in a minute, old Diane Carroll.
Is this why you had to turn it off last night? You and Jules were like, woof.
Mow, chicken, mow, wow.
Is for you alone. I am found in your eyes.
It's like his Headspace app.
See, now to me, that is the egg from Look Who's Talking. And it's turning into someone's real head, which is a really...
Yes. I can feel my creation.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Are you getting mine?
What's the technology adding here?
But no,
Just watch
what's
this on a
happening now?
screen.
This is Variety. Now, this lady, Diane Carroll, she was, I had her written down, she was about 42, 43 at this stage. She is on everything at the time. She was on the Love Boat, Dynasty, Colby's, Oscar nominee, Best Actress in a leading role, Golden Globe winner. Mate, she had it all. So having her on this show is a big attraction for an audience.
What
I believe you.
What film was she Oscar nominated for?
I don't need to ask.
Right. Oscar nominee, Best Actress, leading role in Claudine, 1975. And she got a Golden Globe for a TV female in 69. And she got a star on the Hollywood Hall of Fame.
And now she's getting Itchy's rocks off.
Yeah.
I mean, she only passed away last year, looking at this. And
Yeah.
she was in things like, I don't know whether you boys have watched like the TV series like White Collar and Grey's Anatomy, but she was popping up in those only like 2-3 years ago. So she's clearly a
Diane Carroll. But it's it's, I mean, this is 70s classic. It's a little
So
bit
was she known as an actress then, not singer?
Yeah, actress and singer on
Oh, right.
IDM.
This is a bit like when Angela Rippon would appear on like Morecambe and Wise dancing.
Bingo. That's it.
I could live my whole life right now.
I mean, she was still getting awards in 2001, this lady.
Is sweet this minute. Can we repeat and repeat?
Miley Cyrus is rocking his haircut at the moment, isn't she?
Yeah.
God, imagine if you're 5 years old and you think, oh, Star Wars Holiday Special. You got to sit through this. just praying for Han and Chewie to come back.
Meanwhile, Itchy's having his own little holiday special on his chariot.
How can we ever lose this minute? From all my life I
It's a bit like a Bond theme, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was one for the dads in '78, wasn't it?
Do we know anything about the song? I don't
Sorry,
recognise it.
there's a song. Yeah.
Was it a big hit? Was it written especially for this?
That's a good question.
just hold my breath and close my eyes and
What has this got to do with Star Wars?
It's got sparkly hair.
stop going wrong.
It's just something about the universe then.
There you
So
go. then.
thematically it all ties together beautifully. We're just talking over it.
Just trying to find if the song has any.
The universe keeps on going round and round.
It's just turgid, isn't it?
This is painful. Oh, where's Boba Fett? Let's get to the cartoon.
There you go. So in an interview in 2009, she was asked about this song, and she said, "I didn't realise I was ever in it for quite a while. I'd recorded this song for a friend of mine who was co-producing the holiday special, who would just put it in. The song is called This Minute Now."
Wow.
So she'd recorded it, and it was obviously then placed into
Who
this.
titles. Well, I hope she got
Yeah, but
paid.
she didn't just randomly put on a pink wig and start singing it. She filmed it for this.
Yeah,
Surely.
no, she might have filmed it as a music video. There's no connection to the Star Wars. He's just gone into another world for it. So she's clearly, she said all she remembers is she was then asked if she wanted to be part of it when the song was recorded, and she said yes. But all she could recall was that she was practically naked.
What's happening
She's
now?
been constantly asked by Star Wars fans, "Are you coming back to the franchise?"
Like Princess Leia's doing her accounts.
Oh, there she is. There she is. The last time you ever saw these bums on the
You may speak now if you wish.
on screen.
Oh, suddenly the screen's alive.
She's stoned out of her face.
It doesn't matter.
She says it may be a happy life day for you, but personally, she's seen happier ones.
I don't want to type the channels. So could you do me a favor and send either Chewbacca or Han Solo to the screen, please?
She says that she would like to grant your request, but is quite unable to do so.
You mean they haven't arrived yet?
She says there has been no contact.
Yes, I think I understand her message.
She's quite heavily made up as well, isn't she?
Imperial Patrol must be giving them more trouble than we bargained for.
I wonder whether we're going to
Mala,
see her
are you
kiss
alone?
3PO topless, and that's where that image came from.
You would commit me. No,
She
she
had a
says
different
she's not
haircut,
alone.
didn't she, in that
She's
picture?
with a friend.
Yes, you're right.
Could he come to the screen, please?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Sondan, a local trader, a friend of the rebellion, and a member of the Alliance.
People are listening. Tell everybody you're a member of the Alliance.
Take care of my friends until their leader returns. You'll do that for me, won't you?
He looks a bit like Christian, doesn't he? Who sells the GW acrylic stuff. Not at all, but I thought I'd give you a plug, Christian.
Look, I can see you're in good hands, Mala. I'll contact you again soon.
Now then, what's that I smell? Could it be some of those famous Wookiee Ookies?
Wookiee.
A Wookiee? What's a Wookiee Ookie?
I told you we'd make it.
Oh, he's desperate to get home, isn't he?
So anybody who's just
Oh, that's touching.
in a couple of days' time, there will be a YouTube video where Craig will be making Wookiee Ookies. You can all copy the recipe for your Christmas.
So it's a long walk. A little exercise never hurt anybody. Happy life day.
At least he's trying.
Oh, yapping.
Yavin, Yavin. They've gone to the wrong planet. He's like, "Where's my dad?" And he's on Yavin.
Have you watched that episode of Red Dwarf where they pretend to be aliens upside down and they put some bits on their chin?
Yes.
That's what I just saw when I saw Lumpy just now. Homemade aliens.
Uh-oh.
The stormtroopers.
One of them's a bit short.
Yeah. Kicking off.
Marla could rip their arms off out of sockets right now.
Yeah, doesn't really make sense, does it?
That's 3 Wookiees versus 2 troopers and a goon. Oh, 2 goons. Spaceballs.
That'll be our second commentary for those interested.
He's hamming it up, isn't he?
Definite Dr. Evil stuff going on there.
Is that a scar
Yeah.
on his face? Or is it just a little bit fuzzy, isn't it?
They've overloaded the makeup on him as well.
This unit is occupied by 4 Wookiees, 2 adult males, 1 adult female, and 1 male.
This is very hello, isn't it? It's like Nazis.
So trying to be Peter Cushing, isn't he?
Where is the other Wookiee?
Do we know who this person is?
Officer,
Is he one of the Batman villains?
Oh, it's a good question.
What are you doing at this Wookiee house? I'm a trader in this.
I'll have a look. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves.
She had a terrible fight with her husband. He just stormed right out.
Because we've only had one so far.
I said your identification. Oh, identification. Yes.
There's a whole thing they've just spoken for about 10 seconds about identification, which is obviously a playback on the whole. You don't need to see his identification.
Okay, so there's a chap called Jack Radar, and he was in The Blob and Outbreak. Still alive, born in 1921, so he'll be having his 100th birthday in February.
Wow.
Oh, look at the secret panel.
Happy Life Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a sideboard a bit like that, and it's not that much of a secret panel, is it?
It's got tikis in it, hasn't it? I bet.
It has, yeah.
Gained quite a bit of weight since then.
Hello, little guy. Where's your
Sinister.
These things have no respect for authority.
Go on, Nala, rip his arms off.
Maybe you know my brother's boy. He's a member of the Imperial.
He was in Chips.
24, 25 years old, but now he loves the service. Great little guy.
Your identification is in order.
Chips.
You can go now.
Thank you very much. I just have a little more work to finish up here. And oh, by the way,
What's this dude's agenda? He runs a shop and he's brought some presents. He's just their friend and he's just...
I think he's just brought some English.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
He's exposition man.
So, how old's the kid then? If Chewbacca's 200, do you know how old the kid is?
Interesting.
He's got about 50, isn't he?
Child. Yeah.
that's a very delicate piece of workmanship. All right, now it's all right. Slightest jarring will mess up the whole works.
Is it?
If you want to play around with it, let me show you how. Nice, I gotta turn it on, don't I?
His full name is Lumpawaroo.
That's right. He went on to... Didn't he go on to join Luke's Jedi Academy?
Right, well, there's a question.
I think so. He did appear later on in the Expanded Universe novels.
So I'm just opening up his bio now on starwars.fandom.com. See what it comes back with.
One of their fleas.
Whilst you're looking that up, Stu, notice that just now the stormtrooper was like, I'm going to shoot this guy. So he had to get the barrel of his rifle about 3 inches away from the guy's head.
So I can't find an age for him, Dan. I can find... Yeah, not on his wiki page. I'm struggling to find anything to do with...
There's a lot of different media players going on in this household. There's like at least 2 video conference things in the sideboard. You've got the little chess table that plays circus performances. You've got Itch's hairdryer thing, and now they've got another unit. No consolidation of media going on, is there?
So, I take it this is Jefferson Airplane now, yeah?
Yeah, I don't mind this song. You see, what podcast? One of the podcasts use this as their theme song, don't they? Is it the Galaxy of Toys?
All right.
They use Acmena's Take Me Home at the end, don't they?
Yeah, this is their opening though. They have this. Will you get on with it?
Yeah, you're right. Now, Acmena, that song, is a massive highlight of this holiday special. In fact, we should play out this podcast with that song because it is lovely. We will change from our usual beautiful piece of music.
But that Imperial officer is really enjoying it. We just had a cut back to him, and he was there with his little disco digit, just going up and down, like some guy who was uncomfortable being at a concert with his wife who's not quite sure, but doesn't want to, not show his support for the music.
I'm right in saying that this is the band that went on to become Starship that did We Built This City on Rock and Roll, which is voted often as one of the worst records ever recorded.
You wash your whole mouth out. I thought that was amazing.
Did they? What, they became Starship?
Yeah,
Nothing's going to stop us now. The Mannequin song.
Yeah, because this wasn't. There was Jeff Snare playing, and that was Grace Slick, and that was the White Rabbit, and all the kind of hippy dippy shit. And then I think she left, and they did this, and then she came back, and it was one of those kind of bands that's just floats around and has lots of different eras and entities. Pretty sure.
I see they became Jefferson Starship. I'm just seeing if they became Starship.
I think some members went on to be Starship.
Yeah,
I think somebody died and they kept the name. And
well, you say somebody died, their wiki shows that they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14 different members over the time. Oh yeah, they did become Starship. Yeah, you're right. They were known as the Great Society, then became Hot Tuna, then Jefferson Starship, then Starship, then KBC Band, and then New Riders of the Purple Sage. Which,
there you go.
As we all know, that was a country rock band which played psychedelic rock. Are you alright, Jez? Has Craig offended you by saying We Built This City on Rock and Roll? It's not a good song.
No, well, whole Mannequin, great.
I'm with you, Jez. I like that song.
It's like Kim Cattrall. Ticking all the boxes, this. It's got something for everyone. You had Diana Carroll earlier on with her sultriness. You got these guys. You had the Timothy Claypole dancers. Ticking every box.
I think, actually, I'm quite enjoying it.
It's growing on me.
Yeah. I think if you take it for what it is and watch it for what it is, it's thoroughly entertaining.
Well, he's tapping his fingers now. Jeez.
Yeah, he's still there. That's it.
He's clapping and having a boogie.
They're watching it on the present, aren't they? That you bought Marla. Is that right?
Yeah.
That sewing machine thing. Yeah. It's all got a bit of Phantom Zone now. Look.
My dad's a bit like Itchy. I mean, he always buys the latest tech.
And he's got a massive overbuy.
Yeah.
Underbuy it.
What are you saying, Jez?
I mean, it's gone quiet because we're all just marvelling at this.
That was my first. That's the first segment I've enjoyed. I enjoyed that.
Look at his face.
I know, he's dead happy.
He's like, oh, come in here again.
Your work here is finished.
May leave now.
Our work's here finished. We've watched
And I hope you guys find what you're looking for. Keep up the good work. Holla. Itchy. See you soon.
I mean...
All right. Finish the search of the residence.
It's pantomime, isn't it? It's Christmas pantomime.
I think they smash up his bedroom now.
Investigate the upper area. Check for any rebel
Just spoiled
material.
it for you.
Anything to connect this household.
I think Stu's going to get very upset in a minute.
Protective cases for your identification card. I got a good
Well, they're not going to break the bantha, are they?
Finish the search of this house. We have other areas to cover today. You take the upper area.
Oh, jeez.
That just
I mean, Star Wars is for everyone.
We don't want to have to hurt anyone. That's not what we're here for. But when my men get angry...
They live in trees, don't they, Wookiees? So these guys have had to like climb up a rope or a big ladder or one of those little things like the Ewoks have where you twist that handle and go up in a cage.
Yeah, probably. There's one for you to look up, Craig.
he's just threatened, saying, "My men, I can't control them when they're angry." These are Wookiees. For crying out loud.
Yeah, but you probably get vegan Wookiees like you do.
Another media playing device, look. What's going on? Simon.
It is Simon, it is, isn't it? Oh, this is the bit you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Oh, I like those headphones.
Oh, so this is it, is it?
Yeah.
Is that Arabesh? Doesn't look like Arabesh, is it?
We are awaiting the return of Captain Han Solo and his first mate Chewbacca, who are long overdue on a delicate mission to acquire the mystical talisman, which has been sought by our forces and by the
Say
Empire.
what?
There he is, that's Jez.
For the benefit of those not watching, Stu has just said that when C-3PO came out. So, thanks very much, bud.
We picked up something. It's the Millennium Falcon. They're coming out of light speed. I can't make contact.
Try a lower channel.
Falcon, do you copy? Come in, Falcon.
It's Chewie, but where's Han?
That's him hanging upside down.
So in the universe, Lumpy's watching this animation of like his dad.
Yeah.
Instead of like famous rebels, so somebody's made a cartoon about them.
I think you're overthinking it, Craig, because in the 70s, people were very, very thick.
I'm a child of the 70s.
Falcon is near impact.
What is this animation style? It reminds me of like, do you remember like Dr. Snuggles? Bring me back to that.
If something has happened to Captain Solo and Chewbacca is alone,
Remember Dr. Snuggles?
No. I love a bit of Y-Wing action. I mean, that planet looks like someone sat on it.
I like that Luke's wearing his stuff that he wore at the medal ceremony.
Yeah, no helmet. Easy.
I quite like the style. I quite like the artwork. It's a bit like the Dip Dots.
he's heading straight for a moon in the Pana system.
Ooh, that looks gloopy.
Yeah. That's not going to buff out, is it? It's a water planet, but it's red water, isn't it? I love the fact that the Y-Wing is a tandem cockpit.
Well, hold on, C-3PO's head nearly just fell off. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So, what's this kind of creature that's with Leia there?
Are you sure this is?
I mean, we discussed this back in Halloween. Creatures with heads. I would like to, next time we see him, Craig, I'd like you to diagnose what it is.
Hang on a second. Right. Did you see that landing?
Yeah.
Right. Luke says he's one of the best star pilots in the galaxy. Right. 3PO could have done a better landing than that. Talking about miracle on the Hudson. That was a miracle they're still alive.
To see if I can locate the Falcon by visual
It's he's in a Y-Wing though. He's an X-Wing guy, isn't he? Shoot something.
Oh, love this bit. This is good. Watch this. Ejection pod on a Y-Wing.
I like that.
That
it's like
is
the Enterprise Sofa set.
Here he is.
I mean, there's a very nice hot toys of that Boba Fett. If anyone's interested.
You saved my life.
I'm tempted.
You are alone?
I have 2 droids. We've come in search of a ship that crashed near here.
Maybe I can help you. I am Boba Fett. The ship you seek is nearby.
He probably speaks more in this than he does in the movie.
Yeah.
Not from New Zealand though, is he?
How far away?
Settle down.
Yeah, just wait for the special edition.
This is a thing, isn't it? Like a recurring theme that these Mandalorian types ride beasts.
Of this dumb creature. No lower life form is worth going hungry for. And I take it you have no love of the Empire.
I don't.
Well, neither do I. It will be easy to find the ship you seek. Follow me.
We're all just quiet. Sorry, because we're
we're all-
watching the cartoon.
To trust him so quickly, sir.
What
He's our
was
only
that blink?
chance. And besides, he seems like a friend.
Indeed. Friend is merely a term that is often misused.
That's really freaking me out. Freaking blinking like vertically like a lizard.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, have all these ships got airbags on them? What's going on there?
I love the flotation gear. I mean, how are they going to pack that away?
You got the talisman. What's wrong? No! Don't destroy it! Talisman.
Rupert, that, no! He's a friend. Don't hurt him.
What did he do to Luke?
He didn't do anything. R2-D2 has detected contamination. It must have come from the talisman. R2 says it's some kind of sleeping virus.
Oh, R2 can bend his head.
Jaunty walk on it.
I know this sleeping virus the Empire uses on its enemies. They have a remedy for it in the city. I can get some for you.
I'm afraid Chewbacca insists on going with you.
You will only get in the way.
So, with relation to the toys, when did the Fett offer appear on the cards? Was it close to this? Was it that we've seen this cartoon?
So it's on the 20 backs.
Right, which
that would have been in 78,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
You stay here.
It must have been later than that. It must have been after this. It must have been 79, one of the later 20 backs. Because it was just before Empire came out, wasn't it?
Yeah, so quite interesting they saw the holiday special with Fett then, and that was your next reveal figure.
Starlog update. Although Boba Fett.
So the expiry offer on the back of the 20 back is the 31st of May 1979. So it must have been around this time.
But yeah, not too far different then, yeah.
I have made contact with the rebels, and all is proceeding as you wish, Darth Vader.
What is it now?
Yeah, so old Lumpy's just added to the extra.
Each frame.
Oh, must be an advert break.
Lump, what are you going to do?
Let's put a screensaver on.
Just some silly game.
Yep, just a game.
Not looking
It's
at
a
porn.
1, 2, 3, 4
Not
game.
looking at porn.
Yes, their metabolisms are slowing down. I wonder what's keeping Chewbacca. Try to find them on the view screen. Darth Vader.
Good work, but I want them alive. Now that you've gotten their trust, they may take you to their new base.
This time we'll get them all.
I see why they call you the best bounty hunter in the galaxy.
Oh no, what will we do now?
Yeah.
Floating droid things predate their special editions.
What is that thing? Do we know what they're called, that great big thing that Fett's riding around on?
I'm sure it has a name.
We will have all of these answers to the questions in the main show.
Are you all right?
I'm not sure.
I mean,
Han Solo's melted. Can't even open his eyes.
I think you're right, actually. I think, Craig, you just said, didn't you? I think the artwork's brilliant in the cartoon.
They've taken some brave choices with it, haven't they? It's got a very distinct style.
What's the matter with R2?
I'm afraid, sir, it's because you said Boba is a friend and faithful ally. That simply does not feed properly into R2's information bank.
What are you
So I
talking
read,
about?
Craig, that
We
his
intercepted a
animation,
message between Boba and
they
Darth
reckon
Vader, sir.
they worked on the
Very
animation
Darth
for about
Vader's
6
right-hand
weeks
man.
in the spring of 78, and in total it took about 3 to 4 months to make this 10-minute cartoon.
Well, trust a droid to get to the bottom of things.
I like it. I think it's quite cool.
It's on the Blu-ray set of the 2011. It was on like a hidden Easter egg. You could actually watch this on there. So it's the one bit of the holiday special that Lucas actually approved of.
Well, let's get off this galactic raindrop.
Captain Kazan, Starlog Entry 324-1, signing off. May the Force be with you.
Yeah. As you say, Dan, though, that people like it, people recognise that Lucasfilm say, it's all right. But if you go onto StarWars.com and do a search for a holiday special, there are 131 entries on StarWars.com. As you said earlier on, now Disney are there. They're certainly not hiding it. They're talking about the various people in it. So it's. Who knows if it'll ever come out properly?
Well, there is a Lego holiday special coming out this Christmas on Disney Plus.
Is that just a holiday special? Is that
They've
based?
just destroyed the Bantha.
Oh,
That's
it's a snuff movie.
But I think any franchise that's been around for a long time has got this kind of thing, hasn't it? I mean, all the Children in Need Doctor Who specials, and I'm sure James Bond has similar things. It's just part of the course. You have these little cul-de-sacs and side projects, and it adds to the charm of a long-running franchise. So why be embarrassed by it?
Yeah.
They're not as embarrassed about the Muppet Show. They were on. What were they on? It was like a Donny Osmond show or something like that. So, they've been on other shows. Star Wars had to bridge the gap between the original Star Wars and Empire. It was a Donny and Marie show.
And it's what people liked at the time, or they wouldn't have made it,
As I
Our
said.
tastes have got more sophisticated over the years.
I mean, the bloke that did the cartoon for this, John Celestri, he worked on some great stuff, including She-Ra and Brave Star, He-Man, Care Bears. That's without all some of the big movies he worked on. A good animator.
Sorry, you like Care Bears?
No, but what I mean is
that.
They had a very big following, didn't they? Heathcliff he worked on.
Yeah, no, he has, to be fair. What was it? Nelvana Studios, I think it was.
That's right, yeah, I think so now.
In Canada.
I mean, even up to the Millennium, he was working on the X-Men cartoon. I mean, it's got some good stuff to his name. And don't know what your problem is with the Care Bears, Jez.
You're my little Care Bear, Stewpot. I tell you what. So your man John Celestri, he got given images and a black and white video of Boba Fett to work on as inspiration and guidance from Lucasfilm. But the rifle, which is now in The Mandalorian, was his idea and was his work.
Really?
Yeah, and it was based on a cattle prod to prod that animal he was on. So, and it kind of looks like a cattle prod.
I was in Chicago last year. They did a lunchbox in the store holiday special with all the images from the animation on there.
I mean, so Lumpy's now gone to his bedroom, and there's yet another.
for selecting our brand of transmitter.
I mean,
and he's tempted to buy this, whatever it is.
Some home shopping channel.
No wonder they couldn't pay Jabba back, because Chewbacca sent all the money back to kids him out with everything.
Buy electrical consumer goods.
But now let's get started, shall we?
What are you doing?
This is just the same thing, isn't it?
So that's some of your dance moves in Fording Bridge, G.
the sealed package containing all the tools you'll need. Ah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
that's
another
you.
one, Dan.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
It looks like this.
What do you call that one? The chicken.
The chicken,
Try
yeah.
not to rip it open, because it makes a very handy storage case.
So, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Go on.
Well, the good news is we're an hour and 5 minutes into this. The bad news is we've still got 32 minutes to go. So we're getting there, lads.
We haven't had the cantina seat yet, and it's always nice to see a bit of Snag. And
Anna.
Man,
Yep.
who's back alive after having his arm cut off in 77. But we'll get to that shortly.
And as a Greedo focus collector, Stu.
Selector.
Yes, selector. As a Greedo focus collector, you get to learn what Greedo's name is.
And by the way, let's start calling
Not
these
Greedo,
components by their proper names.
apparently.
What is it? Is it Green Greedo?
No, well, obviously Han calls him Greedo, but unless this is someone else who looks exactly like him.
Well, Greedo's shot in the shot as well, so how's he in it? What's he just...
Sorry, me and Dan are now laughing at the fact that this character on screen has just given us a whole tongue sticky outy.
No, I think this bloke.
Wrong.
Let me just check. I've got a feeling this bloke is one of our.
These must be connected to the wires with the
He's one of
corresponding
our
colors.
Batman people.
So, red goes to red, blue goes to blue, and so on.
Harvey Korman.
Watch
me
closely.
Isn't it?
And we'll assemble our
See,
mini
no, I've never seen
transmitter
this. So this bloke here, that's on the screen at the moment, was in something called Rift Tracks. Rift Tracks in 2007, which was called the Star Wars Holiday Special, where they go back and look at it.
Yeah, and so was Diane Carroll.
She is, you're right. And Art Carney. And Jefferson Starship. Well, I'll tell you something. It's the third commentary.
We'll have to watch that one. We'll do a commentary for it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just still mental. I mean, what's going on screen? But I have to keep on reminding myself this is the 70s. You know, we idolised Jimmy Savile, and can you tell what it is yet, man? It was just dark
Can you
times.
say this man's a pedo?
No, I'm just saying that.
What are you trying to say, Jez?
I'm just saying
On
that
Wikipedia that we can't see.
as a race, we made a few mistakes in the 70s, and acceptance and tolerance. Oh, here we are.
They're rinsing, aren't they? This matte image.
I wonder if you went back and you, perhaps there's something you could do, Dan. Go back and actually monitor screen time, because I've got a feeling Lumpy might get the most screen time in this. You could time it and write them all down for every character.
I'll do that. I'll get on it.
Time now for Life on Tatooine, brought to viewers
here we go.
everywhere in the hope that our own lives may be uplifted by the comparison and enriched with the gratitude of relief. This transmission is
Seems to be the legs, isn't it? Where the big, that thing. Cut scene.
He's little, isn't he? Or is he really tall?
Here we are.
Here we go, it's Lack.
Absolutely right, yeah.
I mean, there's still elements of.
He's a Mandalorian, that dude.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a beautiful scene as well, isn't it? Just getting a bit more on these characters.
Yes, loving it.
Holiday special. Vintage card back.
Yeah. Walrus Man
getting them down.
Have you got his arm back?
Yeah, sewing on.
Still kicking off.
Yeah, he wasn't doing a lot.
So is this supposed to be? Is this supposed to be the cantina on Tatooine?
It looks like some hand sanitizer on the back wall.
It's snug. It's obviously a different layout, isn't
I taught you to drink faster than that. Well, at least you're steady. Oh, come on now, drink up. There's plenty more where that came from.
This guy's like sort of an Obi-Wan Kenobi crossed with the Hobbit.
Who's that monk detective? Cadfield.
Yes.
course we
Yeah.
can talk. We are talking. You're not ordering. I'm not pouring.
Then you think
We are
Cadfile, and I
drinking,
think,
we
yeah.
are talking.
You know what I mean, don't you?
To make room for a drink, so the next time I say what'll it be, and you tell me, I can put it right there.
Doesn't matter. Give me anything. I'll have one of those.
But this is the guy. I didn't see this coming.
Sorry I couldn't get back before.
She's going to give him a drink now.
Until now.
Have you seen this bit, Stu?
No,
Excuse me, I have a customer.
Oh, this
I
is
would have done, but I'm not remembering it.
Come back soon. I'll be waiting.
Bit creepy.
Ooh.
this guy's
Creepy dude.
hammerhead.
Oh.
They're all there. Look at the way he drinks. That's inventive. There's no way he's getting those fingers through that handle.
I mean, patting him on the head like that.
It's all gone. Look, there's a flower on top of it.
I see there is. Do you want another drink?
Flowers for you. I wanted to bring you something, and that's all I could think
Yeah,
of.
it was everywhere. They were rife.
If he was a Star Wars collector and I want a name, who?
You can't do that.
What a nice name.
When I left here the other night, I felt something that
What's the name of that psychopath who follows everyone around at celebration?
Someone made me feel like all the years I've lived meant something.
Oh yeah, the little bloke.
Simple words.
He's got a hole in his head and he drinks through it.
After all, only words.
They were more than words. I knew that at the time. That's why I went home and thought about what you said.
Oh, what did I say?
It doesn't matter, silly. What you said is not as important as what you meant.
No, what did I mean?
And I decided what you meant was exactly the thing I needed to hear.
Well, I'm glad about that.
You know, it's funny. A man can live as long as
So you got an 8-year-old kid watching this that stayed up to watch this, and is now just like, I want more Buffett. I want more Buffett.
came in here. Maybe that's why it happened, because I wasn't asking for love anymore.
That's the beauty and the downfall of variety shows is they try and have a little bit of something for everyone. So at any given point, somebody's bored stupid. This is kind of, you know,
who's this
grown
bit
up.
for?
These guys are middle-aged, aren't they? I mean, they're old people, and they're all getting a bit fruity with each other. And it's like, as a kid, you just switched off.
This scene is the days before no meant no, isn't it?
Me too. Hashtag.
Why don't you sit down, finish your drink, have another drink. This one's on me.
Ah, look.
Now,
I
you
love
stay
this song.
just as long as you want.
You're going to sing now? He's going to be ratted. She's pouring in by the juggler.
I think that's the idea.
But I have business to attend to. I really have no time for anything else.
You'll change your mind. I just know you will. 6 simple little words. I can wait forever to hear it again, because I know.
Come back soon. I'll be waiting.
She's going to wait outside the door, isn't he?
Yeah, that's creepy. I mean, how does he swim?
Exactly. Well, like a
drinks the swimming pool.
It opens and closes with a little sphincter in there.
I mean, what are they watching that for?
Due to increased activity among subversive forces, we are placing a curfew on the entire Tatooine system effective immediately. All inhabitants will return to their homes at once. This order will remain in effect until
She
further
can't
notice.
stare him because she's not serving food.
That's it. Rule of 6, get out.
Okay, Barbara, take a break.
There she goes.
I don't know how long. Maybe forever. Closing me down again. Please, I have enough aggravation.
I'd quite like her to start singing the theme for the Golden Girls. I quite like that song.
More round before you leave, and this one's on me.
I love this song. And I always think the band reminds me of half the podcast.
Gentlemen, I don't know how to tell you this, but I guess the wall screen said it all.
Jez, do you know how many aliens look like you out of Star Wars? Look at these two.
I imagine there's quite a few.
It's Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
That's the alien species that he is. Durus, isn't it?
Sort of thing happens all the time. I'm sure it's just temporary, but fellas, the party is over. dare you? You
So is this like a galaxy-wide lockdown? Because is this related to the rebel activity on Kashyyyk?
Yeah, it must be, wasn't it? Because they all got it.
Come on, you guys. Haven't I always lent you money?
I love the way you're trying to work all this out, Craig.
Here we go.
Please do me a favor and leave. Ludlow, you're heartless.
This always reminds me of, have you seen the Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor skit when he's in the cantina?
Short memory, eh, Thorpe? Short memory! Oh, listen, do you remember the time that... I don't believe we've met. We're closed! I said we're closed. Look, I'm sorry, we are closed. The Empire just imposed a curfew on this planet. Everybody has to leave right now. Now, Torque, I don't want any more trouble. You take care of the door.
You're getting restless.
It's getting a bit rowdy.
It's starting to rebel. It's a bit like Manchester, isn't it?
All right. All right. All right. All right. I can take a hint. We'll have one more round.
I don't know why she needed to do that, because they're all annoying her. Why give them a drink for free?
She told the band to pack up. They're not going to help. That's not going to help.
It's like that night in Ringwood, Jez, when we couldn't get into the pub with the music, so we jumped over a wall.
We did.
When you hurt yourself, didn't you?
I did. I did my foot big time.
We ended up crashing into some bins and everything.
We didn't even, the funny thing was we didn't even need to. The back door was open.
I cracked my heel doing that.
That's nearly a year ago, that. And we could all meet up.
Just one more rhyme, friend. Yes, it's a crime, friend. But you know time, friend. Time can
I mean, all of them are refusing to go a minute ago. Now she's tickling their necks at me.
Good night, but not goodbye.
So they're all being difficult. They're all being rowdy. So what she's done to solve the situation is give them more alcohol.
Was that a hamster?
What is that?
The rabbit.
It actually looks real, like a giant hamster.
It's huge.
Try stopping by, friend, if there's a
I think they blew the budget on the hamster.
We may not thrive, friend, but we
Oh,
survive.
it's
Mustache.
a mustache, yeah.
Yeah.
Same haircut as Macmina.
So say goodnight, friend.
Can't believe I've watched this twice in one day.
Yeah, you are from a die-hard fan. You should start your focus off, Jez.
He's definitely grown his arm back.
This is one of the first retcon things, isn't it? So he's got like big paddle hands in this, but when they chop his arm off, he's got like a claw hand. You see it on the floor, and they had to go. Oh, there's two different types of aqualish. There's the paddle hand ones, and then there's the claw hand ones. They come from different parts of the planet.
Well, look at Guido's moves. He's a...
Jason Voorhees, isn't
Myers
it?
has turned up, yeah.
Not Michael Myers, even.
That's the Hotley was talking about.
Reece
Halloween.
Hutchinson just rocked up.
I hope you're not yawning, Jez.
No, that wasn't me, but I heard it.
That wasn't me. We're nearly there. We've got 20 minutes left.
Oh, those chairs. They're pretty groovy. It'd go nicely with that sideboard at Chewie's house.
Follow me.
How's your little goat fella?
Oh, look, she's been very clever. She's got herself a conga going. She's going to conga them outside, then run round the other side and lock the door.
She's not daft.
She is, look. She's played the room very well. I mean, they're all taking their glasses home. They're all going to be along the road, smashed in the road where your cars are parked.
I know. So they were glass ones with handles, and in Star Wars they were like those plastic Tupperware beakers, weren't they?
Yeah. It's more like classy joint, this one.
The mood music has just gone saucy.
Is that a tear, friend? In your eye?
I mean, I'm surprised they don't get people like this to sign at the conventions.
What did he just say?
What?
Oh, yop.
Good night, but not.
So now she's got to close down because of the curfew. Do you think the government are going to like give her any financial help for the loss of it? Oh God, he's behind the bar. Ugh. And then watching this on the screen.
Yeah, we're just going to go now. There's going to be an assault there. Without a doubt.
I'd rather not know.
And they're like,
saying.
yeah, they're like, yeah, we had enough of that.
Return to base. Return to base. Return to base. Return to base. Message received.
I hope so. They told it 4 times, didn't they?
We leave at once.
Pull it out an aerial like that.
I was just thinking the same.
You, stay here. There's a male missing from this household, and I want you to be here when he returns. It's possible he's one of the rebels we're looking for.
Best of luck, mate.
I'm still fairly upset about the Bantham massacre we saw earlier on. So, has Lumpy actually seen that yet?
Yeah, he put the head back on and tucked it up in bed. Has he hacked it like a police scanner?
Just gonna send you a message.
Tension. I wish he'd shoot him. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Daniel.
Oh.
Like, there's no need for it, is there?
That Nala needs to give him a pot of Bantha surprise over his head.
Hey up, who's turned up? Pick his arms up.
Oh, Willem scream.
Nice.
Oh, Chewbacca's going to be happy, isn't he? First day back, and he's got to do some massive maintenance on the fencing.
I was hoping to have a nice chilled life day, but yeah.
Han Solo's just put his back out because he's just lifted a 50-year-old Wookiee.
It's wonderful. Well, huh? Your son's been doing your crotch. Saved my tail more than a couple of times.
Even in this though, he's such a good actor, you can't fault him, can you?
I gotta get back to the Falcon before somebody stumbles across her. Hey, will you look at Lumpy?
He really commits, doesn't he?
I think his voice is changing. Come on, I'm just teasing. Well, I gotta go. Have a nice life day, but be careful.
Where's he got to go?
Chewie, check and see if the coast is
The names are terrible. Right, Lumpy and Itchy.
You're like family to me.
You like family to me. That's how I started the show. That's what I said to you guys. And Stu.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Be careful.
They love each other.
here.
So we've got electronic doors which just slide, but they've still got an antennae which they have to pull out of a walkie-talkie. It's an interesting world.
It is when you consider the amount of technology in that house. The
They're
Empire
watching
behind.
what's going on in Tatooine Cantina on the other side of the galaxy with a live feed.
Yeah. And lots of camera angles.
Oh. Oh, Maya's got a glint in her eye.
She's, yeah.
How does it mean?
This is a bit wrong, isn't it?
She's not wearing her pinafore anymore.
He's got a Les Dawson gurn on him.
He really has.
Knackers.
Are we going to see some Wookie Nookie, do you reckon?
He's back.
Hey, you sure know how to make a guy feel welcome. Glad you're home, Chewbacca. If you're looking for who I think you're looking for, forget him. We won't be bothered by him again.
This is a general alert. Calling Officer B4711. Officer B4711. We are unable to reach you on your comlink. Is there a problem? You are instructed to turn on your comlink immediately.
Wait a minute.
Got to dispose of the body now.
We have two-way communication, Trader Sondan. Is this a report about the missing trooper?
It is, sir. Trooper B4711 was here with 3 other men. They left and he remained. As soon as they had gone, he packed a lot of food from this house and he robbed me blind. Then he took off for the hills.
Very well, we'll send out a search party.
Thank you.
If that was real, he would have demanded some compensation for the loss of food.
Helps you maintain contact with the Empire at times like this.
There's still a dead trooper at the bottom of this tree, isn't there?
Yeah.
No one seems concerned.
Itchy, Chewie, Mala, this day is for you. Have a wonderful celebration.
Well, we wanted to.
And may the Force be with you.
Don't know about you fellas, but I was really disappointed with the Wookiee wave I just saw. She didn't really commit to that. Marla, really, it was a very limp-wristed wave. Not impressed.
What have they got now?
Oh, well, I recognise that music. It's the Life Day music.
That little Chris Dingle things.
I love it how they can turn the lighting down with their thoughts.
Well, as we've established, that place is full of tech for a treehouse. What are they doing now? Summoning Jefferson Starship back.
Yeah, a little like the Queen album cover, just for a second there.
Oh, it looks even more like the Queen cover now.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Like
Flash Gordon.
It's like Logan's Run, they're all entering Carousel.
I take
Do
it
you reckon
Hamill
the
and
Emperor's Royal Guards are all really Wookiees?
Hamill and Fisher were working on ESB at this point, because they're not actually in this very much at all, are they?
No. Well, you say that, Stu. You're in for a treat.
Where are they now?
There's a bit of Yavin music in the background.
They look like the choir at Canterbury Cathedral.
It has gone very Christmassy, hasn't it?
Yeah, very much so. It's very celebration end of the original Star Wars here.
Why are these suddenly here? Because R2 was with Luke.
Yeah,
3PO was
well,
with Leia. So are they here as well?
You're in for a treat, Stuart boy.
And we're certainly glad that you are alive to celebrate it.
I don't think I like it. It's creeping me out.
Yes, R2.
Chewbacca in clothing.
Just that noise they're all making. It's like a bit. I think I'm going to sacrifice somebody.
It's very Temple of Doom.
And we're really alive, so that we could share your feelings with you.
Chewbacca! Chewbacca, we were so relieved to hear you were all right.
I thought I had to go.
You had to go and pick Luke and Leia up.
Of course.
Luke's decided to put on his farm boy clothing.
It's yours. But we all share with you the hope that this day brings us closer to freedom and to harmony and to peace.
It's a strange angle, isn't it?
No matter how different
Oh, he's got his lightsaber as well, Luke.
we're all
Look.
the same in our struggle against the powers of evil and darkness. I hope that this day will always be a day of joy in which we can reconfirm our dedication and our courage, and more than anything else, our love for one another.
Nice,
This is the
positive
promise of
message.
the Tree of Life. We celebrate a day of peace, a day of harmony.
One of this played at my funeral, I think.
Good choice.
There won't be a dry eye in the house.
No.
Who wrote this? The music. I think I meant the lyrics. Obviously, it's John Williams'.
It's like when Anita Dobson sang the theme tune to EastEnders.
Anyone can fool me.
Harrison Ford has just stood behind her thinking, what on earth? But at the same time, he's looking at Carrie Fisher thinking, done that.
She's definitely stoned.
She's good though, isn't she? You can tell she's from superstar stock.
Oh, she loves Chewie, look.
Nearly there, lads.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a bit emotional. Should we do it again tomorrow night?
Shut your mouth, Chewie. Catching flies. She's just thinking about all the happy times, that time in Docking Bay 94. Look, remember those times? Oh, when times flying with Han in the cockpit, doing the Kessel Run and playing chess.
Yeah.
That's about. This is what I'm celebrating. Winning.
Winning.
Winning in life. Winning on life day.
I'm Craig winning at chess. That time we got captured by the Death Star.
It's got it all.
Oh.
We're all going to have to grade this out of 10, I reckon.
Yeah, I think we need to do a review. I found a review actually I'd like to read before we get to that.
All
I
right,
think
yeah.
You're right, Jez, yeah. I think
Can I just I was messaging Sean Moynihan earlier on, our good friend, my good friend, and I said to Sean, who is a lover of all things Star Wars, and I said to him, mate, can you just sum it up for me? And he's like, yeah, okay, give us a second. And then he said, The Star Wars Holiday Special is the one piece of content that could deliver the world debut of Boba Fett and Wookiee porn in the same 2 hours. That's how he summed it up.
I think it's brilliant.
I think that's a pretty 5-star review right there. Something for everyone, as Craig would say.
It's quite an achievement, isn't it? You wonder why they didn't do more of these, like for other franchises. Like the
Christmas
18
dinner there.
holiday special, or Jaws.
I forgot about this bit. I thought it had just finished. This is like the broom boy, isn't it? At the end of.
Sorry, I've got 2 minutes left.
This is lovely, isn't it? This piece. It's just rounding off a really beautiful,
It's a
festive
really miserable celebration. What is moping about?
Throwing stormtroopers out of trees.
Murdering like the government representatives and just being a bit mopey.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I like talent.
The Mum Brothers.
We did it, boys.
So I'm going to be honest with you. Do you know what my first reaction is as we get to the end of that? Was nowhere near as tough a watch as what I was expecting.
That's because she was with us. We did it together. I couldn't watch that on my own. I would have switched it off.
Yeah.
I don't agree with you. I'm pretty sure that will now become a Christmas staple, like It's a Wonderful Life and A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Die Hard.
Oh, we should watch that now.
I mean, I would like to make this a weekly thing, boys, where we watch something from the TV. Well,
yeah, the Ewok movies, if you want.
Yeah.
So, I think it's pretty harshly reviewed. I mean, on IMDb, it has 2.1 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I was scrolling through and people just slagging it off because they think it's the cool thing to do, you know?
Yeah.
But I found a lovely one by someone called Carbone. They wrote this review in 1999 and it's put, not since the Monkeys, television spectacular has a gem shined so bright as the Star Wars Holiday Special. He's made a bit of a mistake. Far superior to Star Wars Episode 1, the Holiday Special revolves around a family of tall constructs of carpet and eyes known as Wookiees, who wish to engage in celebratory activities, referred to as Life Day. And it goes on, it goes through who's in it and whatnot, but it calls it a 2-hour masterpiece in this review. Gerbil, those, you know, the noises they make. Lumpy watches a Boba Fett cartoon, and Itchy gets this, hops into a virtual reality sex machine featuring disco diva Diane Carroll. And then at the end, I like this. So run, don't walk to your nearest corner VHS bootleg vendor and grab yourself a copy, because it is that good. See, someone loved it out there. Boys, right, let's... I'm going to ask each of you now, okay? We all know the rule of 5, okay? So I want between the 4 of us to... Let's draw up the 5 best things about the Holiday Special. Now, I'm going to put Fett straight in there, because there's only 4 of us, because that's a given, okay? So we've all got to put something else in it. So, Dan?
I'm going to put Jefferson Starship in there.
Okay.
Quite like that song.
Jez?
Carrie Fisher. Pure and simple, mate. Yeah.
Singing Life Day. You're really a big fan of Life Day. Craig?
I like the big group photo at the end.
Okay, so... to make the 5 up, so we've got the shot at the end, Carrie Fisher and Life Day, Jefferson Starship, Boba Fett. I'm going to put the plot in our 5 positives. I think it's got a very lovely story, and a couple of times it was very tense to whether Chewbacca was going to make it back for Life Day.
I mean, lots of parallels with Nazi Germany and that oppression of the Empire. It was the first time we really saw them roughing up civilians and working out for the first time what people are actually rebelling against, because you don't really see that, do you, in Star Wars?
They blew a planet up, Craig.
Yeah, they did, but it's a bit abstract, isn't it? You don't see the horrors inflicted. I mean, that stormtrooper ripped that little kid's, he's 50, but ripped that little kid's Banther's head off. There's no need for that.
Do you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
We're all forgetting Harrison Ford. Nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He threw everything into that.
I think we've got more positives than negatives. If we were doing a negative 5, I don't think we could get 5.
Yeah.
I think there's one, isn't there?
What's that?
The Wookiee family. You cut all that out and you've got some quality left over.
I disagree with you. I think the Wookiee family are...
Do you know what my negatives are about it?
What?
Well, it's not available to buy. It was over too quick. It wasn't aired over here. And there was no sequel to it.
You've watched it 2 nights running. We know you're a fan.
Yeah, I think that was just 4 things, but fine.
I don't think there's much to negative. I'll tell you something, a little toy range from it would be amazing. Be absolutely amazing. I'm surprised they've never touched on it at all.
Oh, watch this space. I'll tell you another positive. None of us swore.
I think we'll be gobsmacked. I loved it. Well,
it wasn't as bad as I remember. I think I watched it probably like late 90s on a VHS copy, and I really struggled to get through it. And I think just watching it back now, Dan made the point, it's who you watch it with. It zips along for want of company. It was quite a fun experience to watch it with other people, but it's got that distance now, hasn't it, from when it was just incredibly unfashionable and slow, and now you look at it with a sort of slightly more forgiving lens, and it's just a bit kitsch and of its time, and you can forgive a lot of its sins, I think.
Yeah, I think it's got a fondness now. So, shall we rate it? We need to give it our best marks here. So what we go with, out of 5 or out of 10? Out of 10. And let's not all just go, 1.5. Okay, just take it all in our stride here. I'm going to come to you first, Craig, because I think you'll be very fair with it.
Well, it's certainly the best Star Wars holiday special that there's ever been, hands down. I don't know, you just got to admire the spirit of it. We've got a hit on our hands. What can we do with it? Where's the audience at a certain time of year? Everyone's sat at home watching. Let's create something for the family. It's a family film. So I think the intentions with it were good. And it was probably quite cutting edge at the time. A lot of those visuals and those light effects, it was probably quite sophisticated and quite a visual spectacle back in 1978. Very hard to give it a mark, though. What are you judging it on? Recommendation to the listeners of Generation Skywalker? I think every single Star Wars fan in the world should watch this at least once. So,
rate it out of your enjoyment level of it.
My enjoyment level. It's nice to watch it again. I think the bar scene was good. I'm going to go 7.
7.
Non-committal, somewhere in the middle, but not terrible 7.
7. Okay, Dan, I think you're going to be the harshest on it.
7 seems a bit high to me. I think are we benchmarking this against the Star Wars movies?
Yeah. Where would you put it in the Star Wars movies, Dan? Is it slightly above Rogue One for you?
I put it above Last Jedi. I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
4. Interesting. What would you give Last Jedi, just out of interest?
Probably a 3.
Interesting. Jez?
Flippin' heck. I'm feeling all Christmassy, lads. I'm up for it. All throughout this now, I've been just saying 7. Seriously, I'm definitely going to be watching this every year. Just watched it twice, 24 hours. It's got its faults, but I'm feeling really good. I'm going to give it a 7.
There's worse material with Star Wars on the title. Expanded universe novels and comics. There's worse content than this.
I mean, I was part of the Pantos when we were doing the Vintage Rebellion, and they were shocking. They were absolutely on fire, shocking. And I was part of that. We all were. Rich, bless him, wrote an amazing script. Yeah, I'm not dissing anyone. I'm just saying they were pretty lame. 7.
I thought it was wonderful. I've really enjoyed watching it. From Greedo's amazing dance moves to the man who pours his orange juice in his head, although he was a rapist, a cartoon, Leia, the Wookiees, sexual VR. I mean, the cook with the forearms. We didn't see the forearm coming until she needed a sneeze. Amazing. The Wookiees at the end making their chant while they're wearing their dresses. That's brilliant. A little hammerhead, pat on the head. The massive hamster. I mean, it is just full of just belting things. I'm going to give it. Oh, wait there. I've forgotten the incredible dance troupe at the beginning. How good was that? Oh, I think it's got to be a 9.8.
You're mental.
Am I though, Dan?
Yeah.
I mean, we really learned how to cook an uki. What was it? A Wookie uki during that. We've never even heard that expression before.
Oh, it was a bantha steak or something, wasn't it?
It definitely said
It was Bantha surprise.
Get it right, Stu. You sure you was watching it?
They definitely said something about a Wookie uki while during
Yeah,
that
that
show.
was later on. Well,
that's the bit I'm talking about. I never mentioned Bantha.
You didn't see the Wookie Uki.
The lady man with the four arms made the Bantha surprise, and it was the man who then came in, the hardware store seller, who was like, and because it looked like he was smelling Nala's farts, and then he's like, "Ooh, I can smell Wookie Mookies or something like that."
Yeah, he weren't going to eat her food. He was going to sort her out. That's why he kept coming round.
I don't blame
Wanted
him.
some Wookie Uki.
And of course, then you had the other bloke on the telly, didn't you? That did the crazy chicken dance. I mean, there's just so many great moments. It's one of those things. I need to watch it again to take it all in. It's like watching the Mando.
You do.
What we're missing as British viewers is that we don't have any relationship with any of those stars, you know. So if we'd have watched it and I don't know, Eric Morecambe would have come on, or Davro, we would bring that into our enjoyment. It's like Eric Morecambe's in Star Wars land. Do you know what I mean? We don't have that. We're just watching these fellas, other than kind of B. Arthur that we know from Golden Girls.
1978 then. Okay. Which British female singer / actress would you want on the VR set?
Or Britt Eklund.
Yeah, nice.
I don't know where she's from. I think she might be Scandinavian.
I think she's Scandinavian, mate.
Yeah, I think she's Scandinavian. Yeah. But yeah, she was the first thing that came to my mind, that sort of time frame.
I don't know who I would want it to be, but it probably would have been like Cilla Black or Lulu.
Oh no, you can say what you want. I mean, you know, love her and everything, but Cilla Black's never done it for me. I think she's rats.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
sorry.
Put that together, it would have been Cilla Black or Lulu.
There you go. So we gave that 27.8 out of 40. I mean, that's a pretty good score. I think Dan's score really drags it down, actually, because I think
you lot are never going to watch that again unless you do another one of these, or you sit around a load of people and watch it. You'll never watch it again.
I can't believe you're saying that.
You're buzzing because you've done it, because we've done this and we've got through it and we haven't all shot ourselves.
I still can't believe you only gave, was it Last Jedi 3?
Yeah.
I can't believe that either.
It's terrible.
Yeah, so this is quite interesting then, okay? So our joint rating with Dan, 6.95 was the average. But if we took Dan's score out and then averaged it, it would be 7.93. That's how much we enjoyed it. Yeah, Dan, maybe you want to have a look at yourself, whether you're really a Star Wars fan.
I will.
Would you, here's the big question, Dan. If it came out on a steelbook, would you add it to your collection?
Yeah.
Fan. How can you say yes and you're giving it a 4?
I've just ordered Last Jedi on a steelbook.
Well, amazing. Well, boys, I enjoyed that. It's a nice way to cap off our week. Everyone happy?
Yes, it was very enjoyable. I did enjoy the experience.
Well, we do urge everyone, please go and check out the enhanced show. If you've got this far without watching it with the enhanced show, means you can watch it again. The enhanced show, obviously, with it on screen, is going to make this a whole lot easier to digest. But Jez has written a lovely blog post all about the holiday special and the moment. Go and check that out. You got 6 weeks to write it, Jez. But so please go and check out all our shows over wherever you buy your podcasts. You don't even need to buy them. They're free. Just wherever you download them. Check out our social media. I'm sure Craig will have some cracking images over this week with a holiday special out on our Instagram, Twitter or Facebook. Just search Generation Skywalker. Go and enjoy and get yourself involved. And please tell us what you think, actually. Especially if you've watched it in recent years. Be great to hear what people think of it with fresh eyes, not just, it's a holiday special. Because I think it's far more enjoyable than people want to give it credit. But boys, another show down. Thank you all for this evening. But it is good night, Daniel.
Good night.
Good night, Craig.
Good night.
Good night, Jez.
You're all like family to me.
And good night, but not goodbye. We are Generation Sky.
Just one more round, friend, then homeward bound, friend. Don't forget me in your dreams. Just one more song, friend, and then so long, friend. The nights get shorter, it seems. Just one more rhyme, friend. Yes, it's a crime, friend. But you know time, friend, time can fly. So it's good night, friend. Good night, but not goodbye. Just one more drop, friend, before we stop, friend. One more moment, face to face. Next time you're dry, friend, try stopping by, friend, if there's a light in the place. We may not thrive, friend, but we survive, friend. Look, we're alive, friend, you and I. So say goodnight, friend. Good night, but not goodbye. Just one more dance, friend. Just one more chance, friend. One more chorus, one more tune. It's not the end, friend. If you're a friend, friend, then you'll come back to me soon. But it's too late, pal, to celebrate, pal. You'll have to wait, pal. Don't you cry. Now it's good night, friend. Good night, friend. Good night, friend.